sun wasn't up, but my daddy was gone, leaving me a pair of boots and a path to walk on. I traded my ball for a heavy iron wrench. I spend my afternoons on a grease-covered bench. Yeah, I was just a boy, barely stood 5'3", but the weight of the world was already looking for me. My friends were in school, I was down in the yard, learning that a dollar comes bitter and hard. The soot got in my lungs and the calluses grew. I learned to do the things a grown man should do. I didn't have a choice, I didn't have a say. I just put my head down and worked through the day. Oh, these 12-year-old hands, they grew up too fast, built on a hunger that was meant to last. Now they're scarred and they're steady, they're silver and gold, but they kept us from shivering out in the cold. "30 years later, the whistle still blows. Where the time all went, Lord, nobody knows. But I look at my boy with his books in his hand, and I know I'm the fruit of this hard-working land. My back might be aching, my joints might be tight, but my soul is singing when I walk through the light. Yeah, I'm a winning man now. I got a queen in the kitchen and peace in my bed. Got a roof over every word that I said. I started with nothing, just a heart full of fire. Now I'm the man that the world should admire. At 4:45, I thank the good Lord that I'm still alive. I put on my boots, I lace them up tight. I'm a soldier of the day, a warrior of the light. The wind off the lake, it cuts like a blade, but I don't seek the sun and I don't seek the shade. I've got a job to do and I do it well. I've got a story that my paycheck's gonna tell. It's a heavy lift, but my shoulders are broad. Not with a trophy, but with a happy home. I'm the king of a castle built of muscle and bone. Keep on lifting, brothers, keep on holding it up. Keep on holding up. The world out there is a cold, hard place. It don't care about the sweat on my face. It'll take your spirit and it'll grind it small. It'll laugh at a man when he's about to fall. But I got a secret that the world don't know. I got a place where the honey and the milk both flow. I turn that key and I step through the door, and the weight of the city don't touch me no more. She's there in the kitchen, she's there in the hall, the one who stood steady when I was small, when the check was short and the winter was long. She's the one who whispered, baby, stay strong. She patched my jeans and she patched my soul. She kept our little ship from hitting the shore. She didn't marry a king, she married a man. But she treated me like royalty since the day it began. She's the anchor in the storm, she's the flame in the dark. She's the one who kept the fire from losing its spark. I'm the muscle and the bone, I'm the hammer and the nail, but she's the wind that's filling up my sail. Yeah, I'm a winner, and it's plain to see, 'cause the best part of my life is her loving me. I see her hair turning silver at the temple line, a map of the years when she was truly mine. We built this family on a shoestring and prayer. Through the grease and the grit, she was always there. Now the house is quiet and the kids are all grown, but she's still the greatest treasure I've ever known. I don't need a trophy or a name in the light, just her hand in my hand at the end of the night. Bring her Come here, son, sit down on this porch for a while. Put down that phone, let me see that young man smile. You see these hands, they're rough as a piece of oak. They spent 40 years in the grease and the cold smoke. I don't have a mansion or a chest full of gold, but I got a story that needs to be told. I'm building something that the wind can't blow down, and it ain't made of brick, and it ain't in this town. I started out running when I should have been playing. I learned how to work while the others were praying. I made some mistakes, yeah, I took a few falls, but I never let my back stay against them walls. I'm giving you the blueprint, the map, and the key to be a better man than your old man could be. It starts with your word and it ends with your pride, and keeping that fire burning steady inside. I'm the floorboard you walk on, I'm the roof overhead, I'm the one who makes sure that your spirit was fed. I did the heavy lifting so your load could be light. I stayed in the shadow so you'd have the light. Here's a blueprint of a man, written in sweat, the kind of a debt that you don't have to net. Just stand tall, son, just stand tall. One day you'll have a little one looking at you, wondering what a man is supposed to go through. You tell him that granddaddy worked till he broke so the family tree wouldn't end up in smoke. You show him the scars, but you show him the fruit. A man is only as strong as his deepest root. I'm winning today cause I see you so strong, doing the right thing when the world's doing wrong. It ain't about the money, it ain't about the fame, it's about the honor attached to our name. Work hard, love deep, and never ever let your promises sleep. Yeah, you got the blueprint now. Build it high, son, build it strong. I did the work so you could sing the song. I pulled the truck in, let the engine go cold, left the stress of the shop for the stories untold. I kicked off my boots, left the mud at the gate. Not the world's troubles are just gonna have to wait. The smell of the kitchen is wafting through the screen, the prettiest sight that a man's ever seen. My kids are out back, I can hear them play. Lord, it's been a long road to get to this day. I remember the nights when the cupboards were bare, when the winning felt like a ghost in the air. I remember the winter when the heater went dead, and I sat in the dark with a heavy bowed head. But I didn't quit walking, I didn't lose heart, held tight. Nobody's crying in my house tonight. Yeah, I work for the pennies, I work for the gold. This kind of feeling can't ever be so. The neighbors walk by, they see a common man doing the best that a common man can. But they don't see the mountains that I had to climb, and they don't see the way I traded my time. I traded my youth for a family smile, and I'd walk every one of those bitter hard miles just to sit here right now with the sun on my face and know that I found my own saving grace. Pass me that glass, let the music play low. I'm watching my garden finally grow. The callous is thick, but the heart is brand new. This is what a man's love is supposed to do. Yeah, I'm winning now. Look at my family, look at my home. I'm a rich man, Lord, without a cent in the bank, but I got plenty in the bank too. Yeah, I'm winning now. Look at my family, look at my home. I'm a rich man, Lord, without a cent in the bank, but I got plenty in the bank too. Saturday night, taking my lady out under the light. The car is all shiny, the chrome starts to gleam. I look like a man living out a big dream. But if you look at my knuckles, you'll see the truth. The scars of the city and the toil of my youth. You can take me out to shop, put me in the fine lace, but you can't wipe the iron off of my face. Woo! My neighbor asked me how I got so far. How about a house and a big fancy car? I told him it wasn't no magical luck. It was 20-hour shifts and a beat-up old truck. It was the dirt, and I remember the fall. Just starting their grind, trying to leave all the shadows behind. I tell them don't hide where you started, my friend. The beginning is what makes you strong at the end. If you forget the hunger, you'll lose your way. You'll forget while you're working at the end of the day. I keep my old boots right by the front door. I'm just a man who didn't sit on his pride. I built this mountain with a shovel and grit, and I'm the only one who's gonna sit on top of it. Yeah, I remember the cold mornings. I remember the empty pockets. That's why the wind feels so sweet tonight. Stay humble, brothers, but stay winning. Yeah, I remember the cold mornings. I remember the empty pockets. That's why the wind feels so sweet tonight. Stay humble, brothers, but stay winning. It's 3 in the morning, the house is so still. I'm sitting at the table with a mountain of bills. My hands are so cramped, I can't make a fist. Counting up the years and the things that I've missed. The devil's on my shoulder, whispering low. Why don't you just leave, man? Why don't you just go? The road is too long and the burden's too great. And for a minute there, Lord, I almost took the bait. I walked to the hallway, I looked through the door, saw my youngest sleeping on the rug on the floor. I saw my wife's face, so peaceful and deep, the only one in this house who can get any sleep. Because she trusts me, she believes in my name. She don't know the world is a cold-hearted game. Suddenly the tide just fell from my bone. I realize I'm the king, and this is my throne. Nobody sings for the man who didn't quit, the one who took the fight and just lived in it. The puts on his coat and keeps the whole family spirit afloat. The morning sun rose a pale shade of gray. I drank my black coffee and I started the day. The boss gave me hell and the weather was rain, but I had a secret to dull all the pain. I knew that I'd won before the clock hit the 5, just by keeping the hope of my people alive. It ain't about the finish, it ain't about the prize. It's a look of security in my family's eyes. Try to run my train right off of the track, but as long as there's breath in these lungs of mine, I'm gonna cross that finish line. Yeah, I stayed when the going got tough. I stayed when the pockets were empty. I stayed. That's the win, brothers. That's the real win. Every trace of a tear, I'm shaving my face till it's smooth as a stone. I'm the sharpest looking man that the neighborhood knows. Oh yeah. I pull on my shirt, it's white as the snow. I'm moving fast, but I'm taking they shine like a light, reflecting a future that's looking real bright. night's waiting for. Yeah, I'm cleaned up, I'm stepping out fine. I'm a long haul winner at the end of the line. From the factory floor to the front row pew, there ain't nothing that a working man can't do. I'm wearing my pride like a velvet coat. I'm the captain of a very happy boat. They just see the man who didn't ever break. My sons are behind me, all tucked in a knee. The pride of the family, the pride of the street. I'm winning, yeah, winning, and it feels so good being the provider for the neighborhood. I ain't just a number, I ain't just a hand. I'm a pillar of the house, I'm a leader of the land. When I stand in the light, I can hold up my head, because I kept every word that I ever said. Yeah, look at us now, walking tall, smelling like peppermint. Victory, pass me my hat, son. That's it now. The daddy's a winner. The daddy's a winner. Victory, pass me my hat, son. That's it now. The daddy's a winner. The daddy's a winner. I'm sitting in the shade of a tree I planted myself. Got my old work gloves resting on the shelf. I look at these hands, they're a storybook of pain, written in the heat and the wind and the rain. Soft hands don't know what a hard heart can bear. Soft hands haven't felt the weight of despair. But these calluses here, they're a shield and a crown. They're the reason I'm standing while the world's falling down. My grandson asked me, Grandpa, why is your skin so rough? I told him, son, life is beautiful, but life is tough. The callus is there so you don't feel the burn. It's a price of the There's the skin getting thick so the soul can stay sweet. It's the only way a man can stay on his feet. If you don't have a scar, you haven't lived today. You haven't found the grit to find your own way. It's a wisdom of the callous, the truth of the bone, strength that you'll find when you're standing alone. It's winning with honor, it's losing with grace. It's the map of a man written all over his face. I wouldn't trade a wrinkle, I wouldn't trade a scar. They're the only things that show me just how far we are. The young men are rushing, they want it all now. They want a gold harvest without using the plow. But you can't buy the feeling of a job done right, or the sleep of a man who worked through the night. The win ain't the money, though the money is fine. The win is the peace at the end of the line, knowing you gave it every ounce of your soul, and you didn't let the darkness take control. Like a ball, but I'm the one who shot the arrow. I walked the wide road just so my children could walk the narrow. Yeah, listen to your elders, the skin might be rough, but the heart is pure gold. I'm a winning man because I was a working man, and I'm proud of every mark I carry. I look around this room at the faces I see, a living, breathing garden of my history. From the boy in the shop with a soot on his brow, to the man sitting here in the peace of the now. I didn't have a blueprint, didn't have a guide, just the hunger in my belly and a fire in my side. I built these walls out of overtime hours. I traded my weekends to plant all these flowers. Yeah. They say you can't take it with you when you leave this earth. But they don't know what a legacy worth. I ain't talking about silver, I ain't talking about stone. I'm talking about the love that this family has grown. I see my daughter's kindness, I see my son's hand, doing honest work across this great land. That's my signature, that's my final mark. A light that stays burning when the world gets dark. This is a house that grit built stone by stone. The greatest victory I've ever known. It wasn't won on a gamble, it wasn't won on a whim. It was won in the trenches, sink or swim. Yeah, I'm a winning man, let the record show. I reaped a beautiful harvest from the seeds I had to sow. I started with a nickel and a broken pair of shoes. I sang the working man's sorrow and the empty pocket blues. But look at me now, look at my life, look at the joy in the eyes of my wife. I'm a king, I'm a giant, I'm a self-made soul. I took the broken pieces and I made them whole. The sun is going down on the Chicago line, but for the first time in my life, I'm feeling just fine. My work is all done, my debt is all paid. I'm resting in the shadow of the life that I made. I'll leave you my name, I'll leave you my pride, I'll leave you the strength that I carried inside. Don't cry for me, brothers, when I reach the end. Just tell them I was a winner and a hard worker.